Now that Ash vs Steven has aired, we're at the end of the first round of the Masters 8 tournament. The semi-finals come next, featuring Diantha vs Leon and Ash vs Cynthia. That second battle in particular is probably going to be the biggest battle of the entirety of Pokemon Journeys so far, so I know that a lot of us are incredibly excited to watch it. Bring it on, I say. But based on the new episode titles that have recently been released, maybe we're going to have to wait in excitement for a lot longer than we originally expected to. So as we know, episode 118, Ash vs Steven, aired on July the 22nd. Next up, July the 29th, we'll have no traditional episode, but instead we'll be getting a recap episode titled Chloe and EEVEE: The Miracle of Evolution. So that's basically a week break. And then episode 119 on August the 5th will be titled Chloe and EEVEE: The Possibilities Are Endless. So we'll be having a 2-week break from the Masters 8 to focus on Chloe and EEVEE instead. I made a whole video about these 2 episodes, so you can watch that by clicking the top right of the screen. And now we know that episode 120, airing on August the 12th, is titled The Climax Begins, Ash's Masters Tournament Experience. So this episode appears to be a sort of reintroduction to the Masters 8 arc. We don't know too much about it just yet, but maybe it could be like a training episode, or maybe like a episode featuring all the champions returning for the semi-finals, or the worst case scenario could be like a recap episode about all of Ash's battles in the World Coronation series. Either way, we know that this episode will not be a battle episode, because the first battle of the semi-finals, presumably Diantha vs Leon, will be taking place in episode 121 afterwards. And that episode is titled The Semi-Finals 1 Overwhelming Victory, airing on August the 26th after another week break from the anime on August the 19th. I recently made a whole video about that episode and that battle, which you can check out by clicking the top right of the screen. So unfortunately that means there is a 5-week break between Ash vs Steven and Diantha vs Leon. A 5-week break between round 1 and the semi-finals is honestly kind of crazy. I mean 5 whole weeks. And that means that at the absolute earliest, Ash vs Cynthia won't air until September the 2nd, and that really is the earliest that Ash vs Cynthia could possibly be. It could be even later than that, but it cannot be any earlier. So that means there is a minimum of a 6-week break until Ash vs Cynthia begins. 6 whole weeks between Ash vs Steven and Ash vs Cynthia. I bet that's absolutely longer than most of us expected. I mean, there hasn't been a single arc in the entire series with a break this long in the middle of it, so it's quite a big surprise to be honest. But to be truthful, if this big break is what it takes for the next few battles to be incredible, with great writing, great pacing, great animation, then it is absolutely fair enough, in my opinion, to have a big break in the middle. If the writers and the animators really need this time to make sure the final 3 battles are absolutely phenomenal, then I completely understand and support the decision. I just really hope that the battles are worth it after all of this waiting, cause 6 weeks is a long time to wait. Let me know your thoughts on this big break in the comments below. Are you gutted about waiting 5 weeks for Leon vs Diantha and 6 weeks for Ash vs Cynthia? Or do you think it's a small price to pay for hopefully some incredible battles? I'm definitely interested in hearing all the mixed opinions in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, it helps me out a ton. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.